Hey guys, welcome back to another movie review episode of the Chuckload of Comics Show. I feel like I haven't done a movie review in about 6 months, and this one I could not be more excited to talk about. It's been 5 years in the making, so here it is, guys. New Mutants. Check it out. In this long-awaited addition to the now-dead Fox X-Men franchise, we find 5 young mutants just discovering their abilities while being held in a secret facility against their will by the nefarious Dr. Cecilia Reyes. Throughout the film, the 5 youngsters fight to escape their past sins and save themselves while facing their darkest fears. New Mutants is directed by Josh Boone and stars Maisie Williams, Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Heaton, Henry Zaga, and Blue Hunt. Well, guys, as I said before, I've been waiting 5 years to do this review of the New Mutants. So let's go ahead and just rip the Band-Aid off right away. Did New Mutants live up to my expectations? 100% yes, it certainly did. Well, New Mutants is very much a small-scale comic book film with the entire cast consisting of only about 6 characters. They knock it out of the park with those characters. The story is exactly what we were all expecting from what we saw in all the trailers over the past few years. 5 young mutants in a hospital exploring their gifts while under the watchful eye of their doctor, Dr. Celia Reyes. During their time in the hospital, they discover that perhaps their doctor isn't providing them with the care and safety that they would expect, rather observing them and cataloging them for her company, who is an ever-present force lurking in the shadows. No spoilers of who that company is and who the head of that company is. So we'll do a spoiler review this weekend. But what makes this movie work, in my opinion, is the characters and the actors in the film. The real show stealers of the film are Rain Sinclair, a.k.a. Wolfsbane, played by Maisie Williams, and Ileana Rasputin, a.k.a. Magic, played by Anya Taylor-Joy. They never do talk about the fact that Ileana is the sister of Colossus, but I wasn't really expecting that. Maybe they'll flesh that out later, probably not. Both of these two people, Maisie and Anya, deliver a commanding performance, and my only regret is that we may never see these two awesome characters on screen again anytime soon, because as we know, this was a Fox film that has now been just completely debunked. They're going to reboot all the X-Men, but honestly, those two characters knock it out of the park, Magic and Wolfsbane. Also delivering a pretty breakout performance is Blue Hunt, who plays Danielle Moonstar. She's really the central character of the film. It really is sort of the Moonstar film, trying to figure out what her powers are, trying to explain what she brings to the table. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but she really is a central character of the film and a really breakout role for Blue Hunt. Sam Guthrie, a.k.a. Cannonball, played by Charlie Heaton, is fantastic, although I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of that character in the film. I'm a big fan of Cannonball in the comic books. What they show you of his Cannonball ability is awesome. They actually even call him Cannonball at one point. The only character I didn't really care so much about was Sunspot, played by Henry Zaga. Henry Zaga does a great job, but the Sunspot character really didn't offer anything to the overall story of the film. I will say this, before I wrap up with this review: if you're expecting a big budget X-Men film, you are likely to be disappointed in this movie with New Mutants, because you know going into it that this is a lower budget film. They made this movie for, I believe, just under $80 million production budget, and it only takes place in one location in the hospital. So it's not, big set pieces and stuff like that. So, and it's really only 6 characters in the entire film. So it's really a very compact, concise film, which is one of the things that I actually really liked about it. But if you're expecting this, in-game spectacle, you're likely to be disappointed. But if you're cool with that concept, I think you're really going to love it. By the way, there is no post-credit sequence in New Mutants, so feel free to leave after the credits roll. But even in that small little package, they still do some amazing special effects. The script is great. The characters are great. I could have used a whole another half hour. It only clocks in at about an hour and 40 minutes. I could have used a whole 2 hours, but the movie didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel slow. I never got bored with it, but it is a very small, compact kind of film. So just know that going into it. So there you have it, guys. A review 5 years in the making. New Mutants. I highly recommend going and checking it out. Not just because it's the only thing and the only new thing in theaters. Not just because we've been waiting for it for 5 years. It really is a really cool film. And if you didn't like the last 2 X-Men films, I think you're really going to like this. Give it a shot. There are mentions to the X-Men in the film, so they don't shy away from that at all. So anyway, for more movie reviews, hopefully they're going to start coming in pretty soon. We're going to give you a Bill and Ted movie review this weekend. Be sure to click that subscribe button. Join us here every week on Chuckload of Comics for movie reviews, nerd news, everything happening in the world of fandom every single Sunday and every single week right here on YouTube. So there you have it, guys. New Mutants. Go see it. Enjoy, and we will see you here next time on Chuckload of Comics for more movie reviews. Have a fantastic weekend.